Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Youth Have a Voice podcast. I am your host, Feolami, and today I have a very special guest here with us. His name is Kwabena Wiafe. So, Kwabena is a final year student at the University of Cape Coast, yes? And he's studying information technology there. So, he's also the co-founder of Tech for Everyone, and he's the CEO. So this is an organization dedicated to providing STEM education for underprivileged communities in his hometown. And this year, his team has successfully trained over 30 teachers from different basic schools on the utilization of AI. And he's also the active planner and organizer for TEDx events in his university. So actually, I found Kwabena through TEDx. I found him through the TEDx website, actually. That was how I decided to connect with you. I think this was about in January. I was interested in different TED events and how they are handled all over the world. So that was how I found you and I started to connect with you. So I think this was in January. Now we're in March. So that was quite a
Okay.
while ago. So I just want to know, you're in your final year of university. But before we go on, would you like to introduce yourself apart from what I've said to other people?
Okay. I think you have said it all. Yes, but as you said, Kwabena Wiafe.
Okay.
Um, I don't like using the Eric so much because I want to be I'm a proud African. Let me say
Yeah.
that. Right. So I like the local names. So I'm in my final year at University of Cape Coast reading information technology.
Hmm.
I love to make impact, so I've engaged myself in a lot of impact making or team making programs on campus. And I've also started an initiative called Tech for Everyone. As you said, we have been training some teachers, and
Yeah.
this year we are aiming to train 500 teachers so far, and now we have
Wow.
trained 30 teachers. Yes, and we are also planning and plotting for TEDx events, which will be coming soon in 25th of May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think you can find a lot of my LinkedIn profile. I do a lot and I share a lot of the things that I do there. Anyway,
Okay. That's really nice to hear. So you're in your final year. How does it feel to be finally almost done with university, with all the things you've already been doing over the past 4 years and even more? And then now that you're leaving the space that you've been acclimated to for over a period of time, how does it feel to be going on to the next stage?
okay, so it's still nervous and exciting.
Hmm.
Yes, nervous because it's like you're on campus and you came level 100 and now you're going to complete school.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wish I was doing something like medicine to have been in school for 6 years
Yeah.
because I like the environment and I think I have a different mindset when it comes to school.
Hmm.
Um, my mindset is like it's not always about the book, right? It's about the impact that you make out there. I think
Okay.
I see most students they focus like on the academy. It's not like I don't focus, but it's like we are limit ourselves in such a way that I realize that I can still focus on academics and do more stuff. I like connecting with people. Where I realize
Right.
people are everywhere. That makes me nervous, and I also but there's exciting part is that I'm going into the world to make bigger things. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm not going to be part of the people that will be like I'm done with school and I'm not getting a job, so I'm waiting on the job. No, I don't have
Yes.
that. Even if I have to sell to get my initial capital to build whatever I want to build.
Okay, that's really good to hear, Kwabena. But I just want to know, I'm a bit curious, why did you decide to study information technology? And I find it cool and I find it really interesting that you're one of those people that have the mindset that you don't have to wait for people to be able to make initiatives, that you can make initiatives on your own and you can start things on your own, regardless of how old you are or how far you've gotten to in different parts of your life. So I just want to know, what would you say inspired your mindset or what made you to become where you are today?
Okay, so I think I read a lot. I read a lot. I think that's one of my secrets. Um, I think if you are not growing, then you are dying.
Yes.
So I think I'm always inspired. I listen to every day. I spend like 2 hours listening to audiobooks, and I'm also I'm on the course of learning much of African history, how Africans
Okay.
were great,
Mm-hmm.
and after colonization, they have taught us we have been miseducated.
Okay.
This I it's like I'm saying this because I found something that I wish every African will find, that we are great, that we shouldn't if the help comes fine, and we can create our own future. And let me boil down to why I choose IT. So when
Okay.
I completed school, I completed high school in 2018.
Okay.
And one thing that helped me a lot is I landed a job at cafe. So cafe is people who come there. Then yeah, I know Nigeria. You know, I have a lot of Nigerian friends. They are much into internet and other stuff. If they
Yes.
discuss cafe, they will come and browse. And I think we have a lot of Nigerians in Ghana, anyways. And they are some of them are always at a cafe. Get me? So some people come, then we help them, those who are not IT inclined, and that's where I found knowledge. So I found that
Mm.
like, okay, I can become whatever I can become if I learn.
Yes.
Some people say that I need capital to study. I just feel like you need the knowledge capital. When you get the knowledge, everything will be given to you. So I realized that knowledge is very important, and I started learning.
Mm.
I started reading books. I like audio. I like audio and video. I don't like much reading.
Mm.
So I started reading. Then I started doing research on my on the courses that will help me. So initially I wanted to become a geography teacher. When I look at this, because I love geography, either geography teacher or a cons teacher anyway, because that was my favorite. And something that I felt like that no one is perfect. Like
Yes.
when I see Max David, you know, I feel like I'm of the same caliber, same human being.
Mm.
The thing is, what how was your upbringing was?
Mm-hmm.
I was reading much about Mark Zuckerberg, and at the age of 12, he was coding like the environment, computers, everything was available to him.
Yeah.
Imagine I got to use my I started using computer when I was 18, I think 19 something. So imagine
Mm-hmm.
these two people. It's very different. What I'm trying to say is that you should have that mindset that no one is better than someone. Being
Yes.
race aspect, or we are all humans
Yes.
and we
Definitely.
can all do best. So I realized that IT and computer science is booming, and I started learning IT. So I was good, and I realized that when you know IT, it's like some people run to you for advice, and you know that. So I was having that
Yes.
kind of
That's the
then let me go
future.
and
That's the
because
future of the world at the moment.
sure. So I was like, really? So even like that, I was looking down, like even anyone can come to me, no matter how the person is, because that
Mm.
person doesn't have that knowledge in that. Then they will come down so that you teach them or you do it for them. Sometimes you see their stuff just because they do not have to do it. And you see another stuff. So then I realized that let me get into IT. So I stayed in the house for 2 years. Then I purchased a phone, UCC, one of the best. Then I started teaching people. So the teaching I like to share knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So I started teaching. So that's why I get into IT. And I saw that
Yeah.
it's very creative. You can work from home,
Mm-hmm.
some remote and other stuff. Because I'm not I love to travel to every country. I want to be even if I will do my masters, I'll do it in Africa. So
Ah.
that's it.
You're a pure African supporters by heart.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think when I started reading much about our history before colonial, that's 10,000, let's say 1,000 years before colonization, then I realized that we were great people. Uh,
Mm.
yeah. And I think if what has happened to us as an African is that our oppressors.
Yeah.
Our oppressors wrote history for us.
Mm.
So they will tell you that you are nothing and you always look down for yourself when you are in the midst of them.
Yeah. I think the first episode I did, I spoke about how it's very important for people to know that regardless of whatever resources they have, it doesn't matter what position you are in. So even if you have like a broken phone or you just have like a book, like just start from somewhere. So it doesn't matter what environment you have found yourself in, but the most important thing is being able to start and push through. And then over time, you're able to see how you can grow from different things you've been able to start, regardless of whatever mindset you may think that, oh, because I don't have this, I may not be able to get this far. So the most important thing is be able to start. And then when you start, eventually you're able to grow more and get more information to be able to expand. I really liked how you spoke about how you read a lot and you are very invested in books and reading for development. But so I just want to know, based on your Africa advocacy and how interested you are in the development of Africa, would you say that this had a huge part in why you decided to start Tech for Everyone? So, what exactly was the story behind Tech for Everyone?
Okay, so I think I was doing a lot. I was hosting seminars, and I
Mm-hmm.
realized that there's a knowledge gap. Like, if you want to raise some people,
Yeah,
um, and they are not equipped with what you have.
yeah,
Let's say I want to impart in the life of teachers, and maybe because of work or something like that, I'm out of the country. I'm in Rwanda,
mm-hmm.
and I want to even maybe take these students whilst I'm not available. They don't even know how to use this Google Meet and other stuff. So even the fundamental lacks,
Yes,
right? So it's about time that we equip our people with the right skill sets. Change is the only constant thing.
yeah,
Sure, sure. So I think we have to. It's change is hard because sometimes I think it's a human nature. When you are used to something, you
it's very difficult to move out of
leave
your.
that thing. So I think I was listening to one. Let me cite this example. So Sam Altman, who is the current CEO of OpenAI, was having an interview and they were saying that this Sura, OpenAI Sura, which is the video generation or the new video generation, used to generate video that looks like a movie. So
Mm,
the interviewer was asking him that this is going to take people job, this is going to take people job. And it was like when photography came, that was how it was. People were saying that it's going to take our job and other stuff, but now people are
yeah,
using cameras and other stuff. So I just feel like it's about time that we have to step forward because Africa we are let's say we are late. I'm not saying we are late, so we have to step forward. So I was looking at how we can come up with something that
mm,
can equip our people with the right skill set for 21st century. And I think it was a problem. So I saw this knowledge gap in the tech. When I won't even mention the village, even the cities here, some people don't know. So,
mm,
so that's why I decided to come up with programs that we can, with my team. I'm not doing it alone. I have an amazing team that
mm.
we are like-minded. So I almost serve most of them on LinkedIn, and I saw that what they are also doing, and we connect, we collaborate, and we are doing this amazing thing. I think you can find some of our videos from the teachers, the feedback from teachers before and after training them on these technologies.
I love how you mentioned that you found people to work in your team from LinkedIn. So, how do you think LinkedIn has been a huge networking platform for people? And how would you advise a student to go about networking who isn't really sure of where to begin or where to start? What tips would you give to students in terms of networking? So, even students who may not really want to go into technology, but they want to meet people in their field, what would you advise for them if they want to go into networking?
I think this is a nice question. Thank you for that. I think whenever I've been teaching students. I'm also part of another program that we teach
Mm,
students LinkedIn. right? So I think I've posted, I even have on my YouTube channel, Tech for Everyone YouTube channel, a full LinkedIn course for students or any beginner. I tell my student that for the answer to get from this school is only 30%. My focus is only 30%. The rest is networking, connection, building business, starting something. You know, I'm a student and I'm selling. Like I sell. I go to hostels, knock on people's door. Sometimes it amazes people. And for knowing that it helped me to sustain myself. I don't always call my parents for help, especially monetary aspect, because I have something doing. Like I've learned much about money, financial freedom, and all these stuff. So I see that the school that we go, like the content that they teach us, it has little to do with your success. Like this is amazing, but let me see, it's scary, but let me say what they taught us is not enough for you to this job, but it's not enough for you to start something yourself. So I was saying something to my friend that when it comes to focus on yours, you don't even have friends.
Yeah.
I have a code that before I complete school, I want 5,000 contacts. I'm not having 3,000. So when I meet you, the first thing I would do is that I ask you, you know, the program that you're doing. Okay, maybe I'm going somewhere. Let's exchange contacts. So I post. Like, if you look at my site, you get bored because always my product are going there. So people buy it. So I was saying that okay, if I put me there, people watch and laugh and they won't get anything from it. But when I put that there, I put stickers, I sell stickers, I sell glasses, they protect the eyes, because you like glasses, I sell all of them. And I'll be getting money. Why should I do that? When I started reading much, doing much entrepreneurship activity, I realized that it's like we are telling the student that when you go, someone should give you a job. But the job is not available. It's like we are deceiving ourselves. Update your CV, but in reality, the job is not there. So what will you tell the kid? Start something here, find a problem in your community. So I told my colleagues that if you complete school, this is very serious. If you complete school and the money that the source that your parent gets to fund your school,
Education.
you can't go education. If you can't go back to adapt to okay, maybe they are selling cookie. The education that you are saying that you're educated, go back to that kind of level. If you can't brand the cuckoo, maybe telling if you can't manage your parents' finance or your mother finance to the extent that you can set up different location, then you are being miseducated. Right. So coming back to the networking aspect, I read that there is more that we have to do as a student than to just focus on academics. Because the academics will really help you to get a job. But
Yes.
if you position yourself in self-development, building a great team, doing something impactful, even coming up with a team to solve a particular problem, it can become a business. You can brand
Yes.
it and sell it to other people. So I realized that networking is very important, regardless of what you do, whether you are doing whatever you do, you have to do something before you leave the school. And that something should earn you something. Maybe that's where you can start your entrepreneurship journey. So don't just go through school because your parents say come to school. Find something to do. Make some good friends. Don't focus on, some people will network all right, but they network with the bad people. People that will tell them, let's do this, that won't bring any impact. Look at betting. They will bet, they watch football all the time, watch videos, movies. It won't add anything to your life. So also networking means networking with the right people. So that's all I'll
Definitely.
say. Yeah, I hope I'm not talking too much.
Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is going on great. Yes, everything is great.
Sure.
Okay. So I love how you've spoken about networking and how important it is for people to network with the right people while they're in school. So do you believe that school goes beyond the four corners of a building? Because I feel like some of the things we've spoken about today already, these are not really taught in schools, especially in schools in Africa. So what would you say that the government in different African countries need to do in order to buttress this to other students? Because a lot of these things, we know them because we are intentionally reading, we are intentionally studying outside of what is being taught in schools. But the average student who goes to an African school, or even an African student in the diaspora who is not exposed, they may not be aware of all these things that are being taught. So, what would you say that the government needs to do or universities need to do in order to make this more known to students so that they can learn to use their initiatives more and grow more outside of the four walls of the university?
Okay. I think it is an amazing question, and I'm looking at how I can answer it 100%. Okay, so for government side, um, I'll be glad if maybe the message will reach any government of Africa or anything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've learned about systems, right? I've learned about systems. Systems is like our educational system, our religious system. It was set up by some people, especially our oppressors, and they define the content that we should learn.
Yes.
And reading about African history, I realized that the school that we were going, maybe it was profitable, maybe in the maybe 90s, early
Mm.
2000s, or like it was good early 2000 because then we were building factories. So we need
Yes.
factory workers. So we need
Yes.
accountants. We will need these people. We will need this and that and that. So that's why they came up with schools. But the world changes daily and daily.
Mm.
Every day something new come out. So now the entrepreneurship is the base of everything. So let me also take it from teaching our history. We don't teach our people that they are responsible for their life.
Yes.
They should own it. Like someone have someone to blame. When like they didn't get a job, they have someone to blame. They will blame the government.
Mm.
But my thing is teach the people to their history, how great they were, teach them financial literacy. Because
Yes.
I realize that giving man giving someone a fish is you are killing the person. Just teach the person how to fish. Because
Mm.
so at first I give beggars money, but I realize that they are always there, they are not changing their mindset. And until they change their mindset,
They
I
will
will be giving
continue
them
to be
money. And
begging.
before you realize, I'll fall because I'll fall financially because I'm very, helping people and that stuff. So
Mm.
right now, when I see a beggar, I'll tell you that you can sell this, you can sell this, and you can make your own money. So what I'll tell every government is that they should empower one self-development, come out from our history. So we have to tell ourselves that we are what we can also create our own companies. Two, we have to teach them financial literacy. So you have to learn about money, how you can when we give you 10 cedi or 10 naira today, how
Mm.
can you multiply it in maybe ten days time. So I
Yes.
think this is what have to be taught in our school. And based on that, we should also teach them critical thinking so that we can solve complex problems. Then we add the business aspect. If you solve a problem, how can you package it into a product or service? Then you
Yes.
sell. When you're done with school, you are not going to beg government for job. And you're
Yes.
not going to
Definitely.
blame anyone for your unemployment or something like that.
Definitely. I also believe that if, like, let's say in a class of 50 students who graduated from maybe a business school, if 25 students are able to successfully start up businesses of their own, then unemployment to an extent has been solved because they will need labor force to be able to pursue some of their goals. So if more people in universities, even while they're still in school, are more critically inclined to want to start up things for themselves and build businesses and create ventures, then unemployment will be greatly reduced. So we wouldn't have to exactly wait for the government itself so that people will be able to have access to jobs. So I completely agree with everything you've spoken about today. So I have one final question for you before we wrap up this podcast session. So talk to me about the TED program, the TEDx program at your university. How does that exactly work, and how do you think it has kind of impacted you and also your personal life and all the other things you have been doing?
Okay, so I think the TEDx University of Cape Coast was the first time it was on University of Cape Coast was 2016. So
Mhm.
I think that was the second time. The first time was second time was 2016, and 2024 we are hosting it. So I don't have much experience of. I haven't even participated in any event like that. But the third event is 1 day event, and
Mm,
when you get a license for the first of all you have to get a license. So my organizer got a license, and so I'm co-organizing. I'm helping
mm,
him. So it's like now we are collaborating with the University of Cape Coast and other bodies on campus. So the collaboration aspects, I'm now getting to even sit with our VC, that's Vice Chancellor, to talk
mhm.
about TEDx because it's TEDx, the
Yes.
brand is there. And sit like getting so many people, so many because it's a global brand. We have been able to reach out to some sponsorships from other companies just because we are leading. So until the program happens, this is what I'll share about TEDx University of Lagos. We are now planning to have the major program since 2016.
Wow. Okay. That's really good. That's really good. But would you say that your experience of co-organizing the TEDx programs have contributed to your personal job and some of the things you do through Tech for Everyone? Would you say that some of the skills you have learned so far have been able to transfer to Tech for Everyone?
Okay, I think I got that position, let's say about 6 months. So let me maybe share what I've learned from that position. So I think one thing that everyone has to learn is to work with people because
Mm,
um, if I have a company here, I can be a big company. Maybe when I'm starting as an entrepreneur, I can do maybe almost everything by myself. But if it become bigger, I have to employ people to work for me.
yeah.
And knowing how to deal with people temper, how to manage them is one of the tedious but rewarding skill to have. So sometimes when you are talking, you have to talk in such a way that when you are addressing issues, you have to check if I'm in this person's shoe. You just don't have to say it logically. Human beings are
Mm,
emotional creatures, right?
yes.
Yes, so you have to learn how to, when you are talking in such a way that no one will be offended.
Mm,
And when you are doing correction, you have to be very careful how you have to be thinking about it. How will
the
I
other
say this
person
in
would
such a way
feel.
that I'll complete it? The person will be willing to do the thing, but I criticize the person, but the person is willing. He
Yeah.
wasn't angry. He wasn't saying that I have. It's applied to every industry because at least every industry human beings are there and going to deal with
Yes.
them anyway.
Okay. I guess we've come to the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you very much, Kwabena, for joining me today. So if you like to support Kwabena, I will be linking Tech for Everyone, the website, and the LinkedIn page. I'll also be linking Kwabena's LinkedIn page in the podcast and also in the YouTube where this would also be posted. So thank you very much for joining us today. I have really enjoyed this conversation we've had today. I hope that this gets to the right people so that they can listen to some of the discussions we've had and change can be made everywhere. So thank you very much. So if this was your first time listening to the Youth Have a Voice podcast, once again, my name is Feolami and I am your host. Make sure to follow and subscribe depending on what listening platform you are streaming this from. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Kwabena. And I wish you all the best with Tech for Everyone. And I wish you all the best as you round up university. And I can't wait to see the next big things you're going to be doing to impact Africa. We definitely need more people just like you who are very passionate about the African development and the change of Africa. So I'd like to thank you once again.
Welcome. Thank you for inviting me to
Thank
your
you.
great platform. I check your TikTok and it's amazing. You are sharing a great information.
Thank you. Have a good day.